I can feel I'm alive. No.
I don't know what I
Good,
would do without your humor,
mhm. Good Sunday evening to all of you. It is good to be here on a Sunday night. We're trying out some different days because it's good. They say variety is the spice of life.
Actually, we're here on Sunday because we were at my niece's 17th birthday party on Friday night. It was just a lot of
Happy
fun.
birthday, Sophia.
It was a lot of fun. And then next Friday, I don't know, if we go live, we might go live for a really short period of time. This coming up Friday.
Yeah, it'll probably be it's probably not gonna happen. By the time we get there, by the time we eat, we're going on our it'll be honeymoon 5.
Honeymoon 5.
And for those of you that don't know, we do kind of we call it the honeymoon whatever year, and it's a year ahead of whatever
It's
years
our
we've
4th
been married, which is
anniversary.
number 4.
Yeah. Which could be number 5 if, we hadn't had COVID mess up our wedding plans.
Yes, it
So,
would have been 5 this year.
hey,
So, but
maybe we should tell a little bit of that story for those people who don't really know our story.
yes, why don't you do this? Why don't you start telling that story?
No,
I'll jump
I
in.
can't tell it without you because you're the one who adds all the funny stuff. So I
Okay,
can't tell it without you. But I will talk about a little bit about Abundant TV. How about that?
that'll do it.
In
I'll
our
be back in just
podcast.
just a moment.
All right. Well, Rob is off sharing. One of the things that we noticed is that a lot of you who watch our live, which we're so thankful for all of you who watch our lives, if you are watching it, whether it's live or on a replay, if you can just tell us where you are watching from, that would be awesome. But one of the things that we noticed is that a lot of you do not follow us. And so we don't know how much about what we do you know about. So Rob and I have a Christian television network called Abundant TV. So for those of you who don't know, Abundant TV, you can find it by adding the channel to Roku, Amazon Fire, or Apple TV, or you can just go to your app store and you can just download it. Just look for the big black triangle. It says Abundant TV, and then you can watch us from your favorite mobile device wherever you go. So we started Abundant TV. We launched on May 5th of 2022. And of course, the Rob and Kristen show, I think, first aired in December of 2022 with a infamous episode of Rob saying, "Just follow me." So, but it got us started doing the Rob and Kristen show, and it's a lot of fun. But our show, the Rob and Kristen show, is on Tuesday nights and at 8:00 p.m. Sorry, I should have said that, 8:00 p.m. And we also are doing a podcast. And so with our podcast, that is usually dropped on Fridays. And there is the QR code to our most recent one. And you can get that wherever you listen to your favorite podcast, or you can go to Abundant TV, and there is a little tab for Abundant TV for the Abundant Podcast Network. And you can find our podcasts for this season right on there. So you can just go to Abundant TV and you can listen to our podcast, maybe if you're cooking dinner or doing something where you can't watch, but you want to listen. We've been talking a lot about the prayer of Jabez. And that is what all of the episodes of this season have been about, is the prayer of Jabez. But it's been really a lot of fun to get back into the podcast. And if you are a creator, a content creator, and if you are interested in putting a show on Abundant TV, why don't you get in contact with either Rob or me and just tell us what your idea is. If you don't have anything, but you have an idea for something that you would like to see, get in contact with us and we'll see what we can do about that. If you already have something and that you would be interested in putting on, it does not have to be Bible teaching. We are always looking for all kinds of different content. And so if you have whatever your idea is, whatever God has put in your heart, get in contact with one of us and we can talk to you a little bit more about that and help develop out your show if you don't have one yet. And we will just look forward to being able to collaborate with you on that. If you are watching, don't forget to let us know that you're here. If you're watching live, if you are watching on the replay, we still want to know that you're here and watching. So just let us know where you're watching from. Rob and I are heading up to Michigan, to Mackinac. We're going to be in Michigan a few times. We're heading up to Mackinac on Friday, and then we're going to spend the weekend on Mackinac Island, and then we're going to be in Ypsilanti. Michael Bailey and I are going to be singing in Ypsilanti on September 7th, and then we are going to be in Logan, Indiana, and I don't know for sure of the date, and I will be singing there and bringing the message. And I would love to come to your church. So if you, I write my own music. So if you want something a little bit different, or if you just want a day off and you want to have me sing and bring a message, or hey, Rob speaks too. So if you want, and we also tag team. So if you want us both, just let us know. And we would love to come and hang out with you on a Saturday, a Sunday, doesn't matter to us.
Yeah, we'd love to come and be a part of your service. Had the most fun doing the tag team thing. It's super fun. And we love that you are watching this. And Kristen had a neat observation that, and I don't remember the percentage of people, but a majority of them don't follow us. And how cool is that? Because these are new people then that we're getting introduced to, and they're not family.
It really is. It is really cool. So, hey, we are going to Mackinac this weekend, this coming up weekend, and it is for Labor Day weekend. And I know it's going to be crazy. I know it's going to be busy, but it's our anniversary, kind of. September 3rd is our anniversary. But we're, whose great idea was it to get married on a holiday weekend?
It was not our choice. It was not the choice that we actually, December was the original date for our wedding. And that is when we actually got engaged. We got engaged on the day we were supposed to get married officially. We were already, obviously, because we were planning a wedding. But the official engagement was on
December 11th.
December 11th. Yeah. How
And
crazy is that?
it was because of COVID.
Yes. That thing we don't like to talk about because everybody freaks out and you get demonetized for. But that thing that happened in 2020 kind of really messed everything up. But we have a neat story. And we, if you're new, and you may not have ever heard it before, we actually went out on our first date in 2018. And the neat part about it, for those of you that don't know, is neither of us had ever been married before. And so this was a first marriage for both of us. And my mom jokingly said I was like the Israelites. I kept going around that mountain one more time. Every time I doubted God, I went around the mountain one more time.
Thanks a lot.
So yeah, my fault.
But
My mom said that.
Yeah, probably was your fault.
It
But
was.
it was fun, an interesting story. And of course, we ended up having to delay our wedding not once, but twice. Because then and so some of our wedding stuff has December 11th on it. And then some of it has March 6th. And then because of everything that was going on, we had to postpone it again. And Rob called me and he said, Kristen, because I said, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. You remember how upset I was? And I don't get upset about a lot of things, but I was really upset about this. And so he called and he was like, Kristen, I've got some good news and I have some bad news. So the bad news is that there's only one date left available in 2021. And I was like, okay. and it's on a Friday. Okay. And it's Labor Day weekend. But the good news is that, the sapphires that you have on either side of your diamond, it's not just for your birthday now, it's also for our anniversary. And I was like, oh, that's so sweet.
It was too. It's
But
fast
then,
thinking.
yes, but then of course our honeymoon plans got all derailed because we couldn't go anywhere. Everything was closed.
And the original plan was to go to Breckenridge,
Well, the
and then,
original plan.
well, yes, before that was to go to Lake Louise, but that went out the window starting in 2020. So that we knew that was gone.
Right.
And then the plan was to go to Breckenridge, and in late August, right before the wedding, like a week and a half before 2 weeks before the wedding, I was getting ready. I was
It was
getting ready.
I think it was a little bit earlier than that because you were still in Seattle and you moved
Okay,
here in
that's right.
August. Yeah. But
So
I had the hotel, I already had the hotel reservation and everything.
yes, that's right. I forgot. And so what it was, they were not going to have any, they weren't going to have any restaurants open. They weren't going to have anything. And we were like, well, that's kind of why we go. No shopping, no restaurants. How can we, that's not going to be any fun.
Right.
And so we bailed on that idea, and we've had so much fun though. And God has blessed us from the first date on, and it is truly humbling to see when God does it. So you might be sitting out there and might be saying, um, things aren't working out the way you had planned them to, but trust me, God has a plan and he is going to take care of it for you.
Yes.
And there are so many neat things that God has for you. And maybe it hasn't turned out so far the way you thought, because trust me, it did not turn out the way I thought. And here we were at that point. And it's been the best thing. God has been so good. He has provided just an amazing relationship, and so thankful and just blessed.
So then this brings us back to why we were talking about Mackinac, because we went to Branson for our honeymoon. This was one of the few things that were open. We still had fun.
Yes.
And we went to Mackinac Island for our first anniversary, mainly because we waited so long to plan anything. Because we didn't know where to go. And that's one of the things we're terrible at deciding, like, because we look at all these places and then we can't decide where do we want to go. So if you have any ideas of places we can travel to, we'd really appreciate your input. But we ended up going to Mackinac Island for our first anniversary and we loved it. Now we stayed in Mackinac City and we went to Mackinac Island one day and we decided, hey, when we go back, we're going to stay on Mackinac Island. For our second anniversary, we ended up going to Portland, Maine, and
Mhm.
that was so much fun. And then we decided last year, hey, let's go back to Mackinac Island. And then this year, of course, since we stayed on the island last year, we're like, oh, we can't wait to go back. So we'll see if it is as much fun this year staying on the island for 2 years in a row, or if we maybe are going to do something a little bit different next year. But I would like to actually go to Mackinac a different time of the year, not Labor Day weekend, because it's so expensive.
Yeah.
So,
And packed. But we're excited about doing that. We've got some ideas for year 5, which will be next year for us. It'll be honeymoon 6, anniversary 5.
yes.
So yes, but yeah, it's a lot of fun, and we're so thankful. And like Kristen said, it has been neat. We actually, the idea for Abundant TV came about prior to us getting married. We were engaged.
Yes. Rob called me one day and he said, hey, what do you think about starting a Christian television network? And I said, yes, but let's do it now. I don't want to wait. But it still took a long time to get everything together and really test all the platforms to host it and find good programming. Not as easy as what Rob makes it look, I can tell you that. Because he works very hard at all of that stuff, and it's all of his years of experience. So,
Love for you to check out our podcast. It is incredible. You can go use the QR code and go check it out. And you can find us all over the place, Spotify and all those kind of places. And that has been so much fun because it's a lot more serious than that's what I'm sure you double click. Um,
I was like,
she,
I couldn't tell what that was, but
yeah, it's
must
okay.
have been for one of
It
your other shows.
it's for that's for Thrive. This is something that we should talk about really quick because we are a corporate sponsor. So Act Social. Hey, listen, we love social media. Both Kristen and I do. But sometimes I think we all feel like social media isn't the best place to be for what you believe. And Act Social is a great place, actsocial.com. When they ask you how you found out about it, because right now it's invitation only, you have to put in their ATV or Abundant TV. And we are super proud. Sean and his wife and the great team at Act Social have done a fantastic job. Both Kristen and I are on there. So when you get on, make sure you find us and then also find their fastest growing group. I was told this on Friday. I haven't told Kristen because we were headed to a party. But their fastest growing group on Act Social, which is the Abundant Group. So go and hang out with us. Act Social, it's ACTS, and then the word social.com. And it's a cool place, and we have a great time with it. That was where I was going, but I hit the other one instead.
So I want to say hi to Brian, who is watching us live right now. Thank you for tuning in. And hey, if you are watching, make sure that you let us know where you are watching from. So whether you're watching live or on the replay, we want to know where you are watching from. So, you know what
Oh,
I
that's
was
cool.
you know what I was wondering is if we should talk a little bit about the Bible study that we're going to be starting.
Oh, I think that's awesome. And if I had a link for it, which I didn't know you were going to talk about today, I would have had a link ready.
No, but be watching in our future lives and for things on social media because we are going to be launching this fall an online Zoom Bible study. So if you want to be a part of that, we would love to have you. We don't know the day, we don't know the time. That's part of the form that Rob has is to give us, hey, your number 1, 2, 3, 4, I guess.
Morning, morning, noon, or night, if you
Oh,
know
you're
the
going to
song.
start breaking into an old gospel song there.
Old gospel song there. And no, but we look forward to this. Kristen and I will be doing one together. There'll also be some men's groups, some women's solo groups, some just all kinds of neat stuff. Plus, I think one of the neat advantages Kristen and I have over any other probably online Bible study that you could be a part of is the connections to people that you can then meet through our online Bible study. We're hoping to have some authors on, some folks that are working in the Christian world as guest speakers, and so it kind of makes it neat. We have a little unfair advantage over a lot of other Bible studies because we can do that, and we pull them because they're friends of ours, and we guilt them into being a part of our stuff.
And, I would like to have on somebody from Southern Gospel too, because, that's how we met. We were connected through Southern Gospel music. So I
We
think that would be a
were.
lot of fun.
Kristen came to an event that I did. Um, and that was 2015, wasn't it?
2015. Yeah. It's my first year at Creekside. I miss Creekside.
Okay.
I do. I do. I miss Creekside. I would love to be able to have Creekside again. I'm just saying. I miss Creekside.
I don't miss the stress. I don't miss the stress of that event.
Okay, and now stress aside, yes, Creekside, for those of you who don't know about it, is a 4-day Southern Gospel music event, and it was 5 days. Well, that's right, because we had that kickoff event on Sunday night. So it was a lot of fun, but it was really a lot of work. And Rob was very, very stressed. And then with his mom ending up in the hospital and being very sick, we kind of put the event on hold.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That was it. We'd love to. I mean, I say that in all honesty. Uh, but in reality, if the situation was right, if we could bring back an event like Creekside, I would do it in a heartbeat, because it was so much fun, and it was the lasting friendships. And the thing that I love the most is, and Kristen will know this, because I will be on Facebook, and this was this last week, and I told her the story. This last week, there was a post done in a group that I'm a part of. I am not friends with any of the people in the picture. Didn't know the person who made the post, but 4 of the 5 people in the picture were wearing different Creekside shirts from different years, and I was like, "That's cool." And so either that
yes.
or they got them at a Goodwill and they were, cheap. It could have been that too.
Hey, speaking of Southern Gospel has a big event coming up in just about a month from now.
National Quartet Convention in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Going to be a great week of gospel music. So if you love Southern gospel music, it's definitely the place to be in Pigeon Forge. We've gone. I went a lot. Kristen's gone a couple times.
Mhm.
I started going in '94 when it was in Louisville, Kentucky, and that was my first year. That was really kind of my introduction into Southern gospel in a full-time way. For those that don't know, I started a syndicated radio show in Southern gospel in 90, the end of 90. It was actually the end of 93, the start of 1994. We ran a couple of pilot shows in 93, but in 94 we started a syndicated Southern gospel show. That was at the time. By the time I went to Louisville in 94, we were on in major markets, including Atlanta, Dallas. We were all over the place. And actually, Radio Inc. did a story on us, because of blowing out the area code in Dallas for a Bible giveaway with Thomas Nelson. It was Thomas Nelson's fault, not mine. We gave away, I think it was 200 Bibles to the first 200 people that called. Bad idea. And blew the prefix out. Radio Inc. picked it up. Another magazine that I don't believe is still around, called Radio World, also picked up the story because we blew out their 800 prefix for Dallas, and it was super funny. And so people are calling in the regular line. The poor guy. They had a team there because we did it with the radio station there in Dallas as part of a promotion with Thomas Nelson, and it was funny, and sad at the same time, because it took, I think, 24 hours for them to get their phones back up.
And so, I mean, I went to National Quartet Convention in 2011 when when my album Destiny by Design first came out. I did have an interview time set up with SGN Scoops magazine, and somebody canceled it. So
I don't know who that was.
we would have met in 2011 if it hadn't gotten canceled. So
And I was actually, more than likely, and I haven't thought of this. I should do this. So everything from those years is still archived in our server. So I would find out, more than likely I would have been the person doing your interview. It was probably later in the week, because we did a
it
lot
was.
of the we did a lot of the label people early in the week because they were there and they had time, and we did a lot of the independent artists later in the week. And that year, 2011, you'd have met my mom too. My mom was there. That's crazy. I did not think of that.
It would have been
2011,
fun.
huh? It would have
It would
been.
have been fun.
2011, we did 120. I'd have to ask Tim Griffin. He kept all that information.
Hey,
Uh,
Pastor Jim. Jim Reed is on. Hi, Pastor Jim. I can't read the last one. Hey, how are you guys doing? So we're so glad to have you guys popping on. Hey, if you're popping on, let us know where you are watching from. So, and if you are if you are a Southern gospel singer, because we know that some of you watch our lives, even though some of you don't comment, we know that you're watching. Let us know if you're going to National Quartet Convention. And if you are, drop in the links the day that you're singing. So
Yes.
we can't be there this year, but I'm hoping that one of these years we'll be able to make it back for a few days, because I just want to be able to say hi to everybody. I think it would be so much fun.
We did that. We went back in 20, was that 23?
Might have
2023?
been 20. I don't know if it was
No, it
23, 22.
was it 22?
Yeah, your mom was in the hospital in 21. So I think it was in 22.
Okay.
Because it was before, it was right after we launched Abundant TV, I think. I don't know.
That's interesting. Now that you say it, now I don't know. Now I'm like, I thought it was 23. We
Kind
had
of
all the
like
equipment.
when did I get you that microphone that you have?
This microphone, there's a debate as to when this was actually given to me. It may have been my birthday or it may have been Christmas. We are not sure.
Yes. Oh, Pastor Jim said that they had a great service today. We are so glad to hear that. We love you guys. So we've been with Pastor Jim several times, and they just have an amazing church. Pastor Jim does such a good job preaching.
Hey, he could vouch for the fact that we're fun to have. See, he would
Yes.
be able to do that. There you go. He would vouch for the fact that we're actually fun. We were talking about that early, Pastor Jim, that we'd love to come to churches and be a part of some great events. We've got one coming up September
7th.
7th. I was going to say 7th.
Yep. September 7th, Michael Bailey and I are going to be in Ypsilanti, and then I'm going to be in Logan, Indiana. I don't know the date yet. I think it's in September sometime. So
we're working on that. So, hey, if you are a part of a church, we'd love to come be a part of it. Kristen sings and speaks, and she does a great job, and we would love to be able to do that.
oh my goodness, good. That's awesome, Pastor Jim. He said they went from they're in a new building. They went from 3 to 38 today. That's awesome.
See, I put it up there because you're both great people. See, that's why that gets anytime, and it should stay up there for a while. I believe that should be so that people can see us.
And we want to remind you, if you're just hopping on, we do have a podcast that we are doing it's called The Abundant Show. And we've got 5 episodes.
Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. I gotta stop that.
We do have 5 episodes that have been released, and number 6 will drop this Friday, I think, right?
Yes.
But we have been talking about the prayer of Jabez. If you've watched the prayer of Jabez, or if you've read the prayer of Jabez, let us know. And we have been writing down all of the ways that God has been blessing us, expanding our territory, the way that he's protected us. We've been writing those things down every day because, one of the things that happens is you go through your day and you don't recognize the hand of God in your life, because sometimes you just don't give God credit for things God has done. And other times when you get to the end of the day, you don't think about it anymore. And so when you write it down, when you make an effort to write it down, it forces you to kind of replay your day and go, oh yeah, I forgot God did this. Oh, this is really amazing. God did this. And it is so awesome to see all of the little things that God is doing. And you can see a progression from week to week in some of the areas that God is working. And it's just really been truly amazing. I want to challenge you that if you have not been writing it down, to write down the things that God is doing for you, because it's such an amazing thing to look back. And a month ago, we've been doing this for 5 or 6 weeks now. I don't remember the exact number of days, but we've been doing it for 5 or 6 weeks, and it's really truly amazing to look back and see all of the things that God has done. And the other thing that it does is it strengthens your faith. And when your faith is strengthened, then it's going to make you bolder, and you're going to believe that God is doing everything that he said he's going to do. He doesn't often do it in the way that we think that he should. And we were talking about this on the podcast about plan A, plan B, plan C. We like to make our suggestions to God about how he could solve our problem, but we have to make sure that we are trusting God, because in the middle of us trusting God, then he is going to lead us the path that he wants us to take. So it's really pretty awesome. So, hey, Vicki, glad that you're with us. Yes, Pastor Jim, God is an awesome God. So, and for those of you who are just jumping on, Rob and I are celebrating our 4th anniversary, and we are heading back to Mackinac Island this weekend. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We're really looking forward to it. We love Mackinac Island. So
It is. It's going to be super fun. And the podcast has been incredible. And I wanted to get back to that just really quick, because I was off sharing for a second. So if you see me disappear, that's what I'm off doing. And we ask that you share this. Hey, share it on your page. We love to meet new people. And Kristen talked about this a little earlier. And that is how humbling it is to know that a great percentage of the people that are going to watch this don't follow us.
yeah. Oh, Pastor Jim, thank you very much. And Pastor Jim, since you're on right now, why don't you, if you want to, you don't have to, but if you want to, why don't you drop the address of your church and the time of the service? Because he's in Michigan. And so if you are looking for a church and you're in the Flint area, I'm sure that he would love to welcome you to his church. Amazing.
Hey, we
So,
also should tell Pastor Jim about our new online Bible study that we're doing.
oh, yeah, because we would love to have you be a part of it, Pastor Jim, if you can. But we are doing an online Bible study. It's going to be done via Zoom. So if you or anybody at your church wants to be a part of it, let us know, because we'll send out a Zoom link. We're not sure the day or the time, but obviously it's going to be most likely on an evening, because, well, we both work, so we can't do it during the day. At least I can't. I'm off lawyering during the day.
She's off lawyering during the day. Yes. Hey, well, while Pastor Jim is doing that, I want to also give a plug for a show that I do called The Morning Break, Monday through Wednesday, 10:30 a.m. live, and again on Friday, 10:30 a.m. live. It's here on Facebook, on YouTube, and tomorrow we have a special guest. Start of a week of special guests. So, you don't have to just listen to me. It's going to be a lot of fun.
So can we talk about how you avoided doing this show for a while?
Yes, we can. Hey, I'm going to leave that up there for a second so people can see it. I wish I could switch to the other side so it didn't cover Kristen up, but there you go.
No, but Rob is truly gifted with TV and radio, and this was something that we knew that God wanted him to do, and so he has taken finally a step out and started doing it. It was supposed to be once a week, and it's already, you just started it like what, 2 weeks ago tomorrow?
Yep, 2 weeks
Will be
tomorrow.
2 weeks. And so it's already kind of developed into like a 3 or 4 day a week type of thing. And it went from audio only to now video. And so he's still working out some of the kinks. But, if you can join him or watch it on a replay, I think that would be awesome. So,
yes, it's fun. We have fun. It's on YouTube, here on Facebook. And we're going to have some neat stuff. We've got some guests coming up. And of course, I can't forget to mention on Thursday mornings, 10 a.m., I do a show with my buddy Jason Webb, and we do a show called Thrive. We've got some cool guests this week. And it's always fun when we do this, because they're mostly people Kristen finds. She'll be like, "Ooh, you should do this," or they contact Kristen because they know that Kristen's smarter than I am, so and it'll actually get done if she does it.
oh, happy birthday, Pastor Jim. Tomorrow's his birthday. So
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
That is so cool.
I feel like we were at your church for your birthday last year, or maybe the year before, because Michelle made you cupcakes.
It was last year.
Was it
Yeah.
last year?
Mhm.
So
Yep. And
happy
Michelle
birthday. So
is Pastor Jim is a great man. And like Kristen said, if you are up in the Flint area, definitely go check out his church. You'll have a great time. And he is a good man and brings a good word.
So I have a question for everybody that's watching. What would you like Rob and I to talk about in particular? Or I had this crazy idea where we could just, put little topics into like a bucket and pull them out and just randomly talk about things. I mean,
Wow.
because hey, you know what? It's not like we actually have a script for our show, right?
Or this.
Definitely not this.
No, definitely not this. Hey, I think that would be fun. We could do that as we get ready to do season 4 of the show. What we could do is when we do these lives, we could have people ask questions and then we put it in the hat and ask during the show.
Yeah, we could do something like that.
You don't like that idea. I can tell. Okay.
I didn't say I didn't like it.
Yes, I could totally tell. Well, that's okay. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, so in another question for those,
Yes, it was last year. Yep.
yes. So for those of you who have been both to Savannah, Georgia and Charleston, South Carolina, what one do you like better and why? Because we've been to Savannah already this year. We're talking about going back to Savannah in the fall with my mom and dad, or maybe going to Charleston in the fall with my mom and dad. And so we're trying to figure out, okay, which one and why, because we really liked Savannah. But it's been since I was a little kid since I've been to Charleston.
I'm trying to remember. I know I was there, but I can't remember even when it was. So
Yeah.
isn't that crazy? That's when you know you're starting to get old because it's like, I know it was there. So,
And
but yes, we'd love to know what you think about those two because that would be fun. Either one's going to be fun though. We know that either place is going to be a blast.
so we've really given people a lot of things to answer in today's live. Like, where are you watching from? If
Yep.
you're a Southern gospel music artist, if
Or
you are
fan.
artist, if you're singing
Oh,
at NQC, when are you singing? And put the date and the time in the comments. If you're a fan, are you going? We've talked about where we should travel on one of our adventures. And we really need suggestions because we watch so many videos and then we're no closer to making a decision. And so then we go back to Mackinac 3 out of 4 anniversaries.
well, we did go to Portland, Maine. That was fun.
It was really a lot of fun. So,
And
but
we got
this
to
year,
see Richard his son.
yes, we did. Yes, we did. Hi, Donna. It's so good to see you popping on. Miss you guys. Hope you're doing well. We were
We're
talking
just
about,
talking about we're talking about Southern gospel people. Donna's part of a group called the Journeys,
yeah,
and Donna's been with us at some of our events, and it's so good to see you, Donna. It's been forever.
yeah, we were talking about Creekside a little bit ago, which is a lot of fun. Are you guys, Donna, if you're still on, are you going to NQC? Are you going to be singing at NQC this year? So if you
If
if
so, if so, put it in there so we can post it so people can tell when you're going to be singing because we'd
yes.
like to do that.
Oh, I almost forgot. Yes, she said they're singing on the Thursday morning showcase. Awesome.
Is it this one here? Let's see if that's the
Awesome.
right one.
So
There
I
we go.
almost forgot about this, Rob. So if you are a Southern gospel music artist and you have a new release, or if you have information about your ministry that you want to share, you can email that to rob@sgmradio.com. So if
Yep.
you've got a new release, email him the new release and then he'll put it on. Or if you have news about your ministry, you can also email it to rob@sgmradio.com. So we are getting ready to do some fun stuff. Ooh, Vicky, Charleston, cobblestone roads, carriage rides, beaches, restaurants, historical places, a lot to do. Yes. And then so here's the thing, Vicky. So Savannah also has some cobblestone roads. I don't think they had any carriage rides, did they? I don't
Yeah.
remember. Oh, yes, they did. Yes, they did. And they obviously they have tons of historical areas. The difference is Charleston, from my understanding, is more like the Revolutionary War era versus the Civil War era of Savannah. So it's so difficult. Savannah was just beautiful with all of the squares. But I really Vicky, is Charleston really super walkable? Because that's one of the things that we like to do is we like to walk every place. We don't want to rent a car. We like to walk every place. And I know obviously if we wanted to go to one of the beaches, we would have to get a car. But we love walking around and exploring some of these beautiful historical areas. It's so
One
much fun.
one of the days in Savannah, we had over 18,000 steps in,
Yeah.
and it was so hot. It was just it was I never drank so much water in my life as I did during that.
I know, but you look at you, you've been drinking water since we were there.
Uh-huh.
So you've been
Yes.
doing good.
Yes. And she said, "Yes, it is."
Okay. So I don't know. See, now I just feel so torn. I feel like this inner conflict. Do we go back to Savannah or do we go to Charleston? I don't know.
Well, I think it also matters is to where your mom and dad want to go.
Of course. Of course, but they already said Charleston or Savannah, either one would be fine.
Yep.
Or Panama City Beach.
Yep. So, hey, listen, we would love for you to share this because it is so important to get it out there. So if you would share our live while we're here hanging out, and um great place, and I spent entire summer there. Ooh, in Charleston. How cool is that? See, we don't get to spend a whole summer anywhere.
No. She said, "Go somewhere different, Charleston."
Yeah.
I feel like this push. I like that, Vicky. You're urging us to go someplace different. Oh, thanks for sharing, Donna.
Oh, thank
So,
you.
Vicky, how far is Pawleys Island from Charleston? So, if you are a Southern gospel music artist and are watching this, make sure that you drop in the comments if you're singing at National Quartet Convention when you are singing, like what day, what time or time. I don't know if do they assign a time for the
Mhm,
showcases. I don't know.
mhm.
So what time or time frame that you're singing and what day, and so that we would love to know. And if you have new music or if you have news about your ministry, whether you're releasing something or you just want people to know some things about your ministry, reach out to Rob at sgmradio.com.
About 71 miles. So we'd have to rent a car.
Yeah, we would have to rent a car. That's not bad though.
No. Well, I mean, if you're there already, it's a lot closer than if you weren't there.
Yes.
So, but no, it has been so much fun. Oh, Donna said something. Just hold on. Let me get it up because I can't read it when it's small like that.
Showcases are
Showcase
at nine
start at
o'clock.
9 a.m.
Yeah.
Yes. Are you having a booth, Donna?
So a lot of fun. Let us know. Thank you, Vicky, for your information on Charleston. I
Yep.
really love getting the information. But if you have if anybody has any other place where you think that we should go and we should check it out, of course, Rob and I love to travel. And so we're going to be planning some more trips. I don't know how many more trips we'll go on this year, but we're going on at least one, maybe two after Mackinac Island. And if you've never been to Mackinac, I'm telling you, if you are from the South and you have never been to Mackinac Island, get your plane ticket for sometime next year. You got to plan it in advance, because if you're going to stay on Mackinac Island, these hotels, a lot of them book up. Summer is super busy, but the island is, there's year-round residents, but a lot of the shops and the restaurants don't open up until May because it's really cold up there. But if you've never been to Mackinac, make plans to go. It is amazing. There's no cars. It's horses, bikes, or you can walk around the island. And it's just amazing. There is nothing quite like it, where you feel so relaxed, because I think honestly, it's because I don't hear the car noises. So, and
Oh,
you
yeah.
just feel relaxed. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, that's part of it. I think it's like going back in time.
Yeah.
You could say it was somewhere in time.
So Vicky said she wants to go. Sounds amazing. Vicky, it is amazing. It really is amazing. You would really enjoy it. Donna said you guys need to come to Mount Airy, North Carolina, and visit Mayberry. Yes, we do. I think that would be so fun. Rob, I think that would make a great episode for the Rob and Kristen show.
And then we could have Donna on there.
Yeah.
So, but they don't have a booth, but they're going to be there Wednesday through Friday. And I'm sure all their friends will know how to get in touch with them. And so, yes, I've always wanted to go. And actually, Donna, I'll let you in on a little secret. Prior to 2020, we were in talks, and Kristen can tell you this. We were in talks with the Chamber of Commerce and the Visitors and Convention Bureau for Mayberry, for Mount Airy, to bring an event there. And actually, we were in the early stages. They were sending us a proposal. 2020 happened, and kind of just everything, after that, just kind of
the bottom fell out. Yeah.
Yes, but we are talking about the possibility of bringing an event back, maybe in 26 or 27, because more than anything, Kristen and I miss a lot of you and would love to just make it almost like a family reunion.
Yeah. And it's been hard the last few years. I mean, your mom got sick right after we got married, and she was sick for a while. She was in the hospital for quite a while.
Mhm.
And it's been a tough few years.
See, and we've got a tour guide, so we're good.
Yes. She said,
Let's do it. I'll help. See, I love that. See, Donna's in. Thank you, Donna. You will be first on our list. So it's been tough. I was talking, Donna knows Bobby Richardson, and I was talking with Bobby, and Bobby said it's one of the things he missed was our event. It was one of the things that he really missed. It's surprising. Over the last few weeks, had so many people reach out to me. They're building a convention center now. That was what they had talked about. They wanted us in there ahead of time, Donna, so they could build it out and then charge us a whole bunch more when the convention center came in. I knew that was I knew that's where they were headed with that. But we unfortunately we were super excited. We had all kinds of plans and tour of it as Mayberry and the whole thing. And then, we know what happened.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, it was. So but it's fun, and we miss it. We miss a lot of our friends in that world, and Kristen's talking about it. So yeah. So we'll see. What is it?
No, I'm just laughing at you.
See, and Vicky does too. Vicky was really a part of every year, almost. I think she'll have to tell me. I think she started coming in 15 or 16. Anyway, I don't remember. So somebody will have to. So it's kind of like, we should have called this like a reunion show. And
But see, now our friends in the television area are feeling left out, I think,
well, we're sorry. These people were our friends first. But we've been very blessed, and we are very fortunate to have some great friends still in that world, and a lot of really neat new friends in the television world, which is where we've spent our time over the last few years. If you haven't watched Abundant TV, you can download the app, whether it's Roku, Amazon Fire, or Apple TV.
Or you can go to the App Store on your favorite mobile device and just look for the big A, the triangle. It looks like a black triangle. And download Abundant TV app right to your favorite mobile device and just watch us wherever you go.
Yeah, wherever you are. And we'd love to. We've got some great programming. Kristen and I do a show every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. And there are so many other great programs that are on the network. And it's just we are so blessed and so fortunate. Fastest growing linear app driven television network in the world. And that's a lot to say. It just means you can watch us 24 hours a day live. And we're one of very few that are really that way, that you can go and tune it in just like you're tuning in any channel on cable or satellite.
And
So
we
that
also, yeah, but we also have an on-demand section. So not all program is available on demand, but there are some, like the Rob and Kristen Show. Joy for the
that's
Journey,
good.
I think a
That's
lot
because
of
we own it.
theirs.
So we
Yes. Joy for the Journey, though, Del his song. I think a lot of theirs is on demand as well.
Yep. Yep.
And but we have a ton of really great programming, and I just want to say, if you don't know about Abundant TV, we would love to have you check it out, because listen, the first day that we were on the air was May 5th, 2022. We did a really soft launch. Yes, Creekside reunion in Mayberry. That would be so fun, Donna. Anyway, so we launched, and we did a soft launch. We didn't tell people we were launching. We just launched. And the next day we had the numbers, and there was like 700 and some people that watched. And like, I was so excited, jumping up and down, because we had 700 and some people watching. And by the time we got to the first anniversary of Abundant TV on May 5th of 2023, we had 125,000 people watching a day. And then when did we blow it off the air? That was in December of 2023.
December of
We had so many people downloading the app. It blew it off the air. With over the time it went down, it was only like noon, and
Yep.
there was
60,000 people. 60,000 people tried to download the app within a minute and a half, and it knocked our server out.
Yeah. So, and now we have most days we have somewhere around 400,000 people that watch, 400,000 households. I always say people, but realistically it's households, because there's probably more than one person watching from a household.
We hope so. We hope they gather everybody. And that kind of is neat. And this is something I do want to share. So a ton of people watch from the Philippines. And we were told about this. They gather like 10, 12, 14 people in one house to watch. And that blows me away. And I'm so thankful for that.
Yeah, and we've had people contact us from overseas and wanting us to come, and we have the ability to do stuff on video, where we can just be on video like we are right now. If you are overseas and you want us to come and be a part of your service and speak, we would love to do that. We can just do it via Zoom or restream the way we're doing it right now. Hi, Denise. Good to see you. Looked like you had a great concert last night. So
yes, congratulations. Good crowd down near Cincinnati, right?
yes.
I'm still learning my geography.
Yes. Denise and her husband Sean have a lot of Southern gospel concerts that they put on down by Cincinnati. So if you're in the Cincinnati, Dayton, Southern Ohio, Northern Kentucky area, make sure that you follow what they're doing, because they do put on a lot of different concerts. And they also, at least they were, Denise, are you still collecting canned goods? So they were collecting canned goods to help out people in their area. So that was really awesome. Love what they're doing.
Yes.
So, but anyway, we want you to be a part of what we are doing with Abundant TV. And so I was saying this earlier. So if you weren't on earlier, I'm going to repeat myself. But if you are a content creator and you have an idea for a show that you would like to see on Abundant TV, or if you have something that you're putting together for YouTube, let us know. Reach out to either me or to Rob and let us know what your idea is, or if you have something on YouTube already, send us a link, and we would love to talk and see if it's something that would fit what we're doing. Or if there is something that you have an idea for, but you're not sure how to go about doing it, get in touch with us and we'll try to help you along the way and go from there. I think it would be a lot of fun. We're always looking for new content for Abundant TV. She
Yes, we
said,
always are. Hey,
did,
Bible study too for all the new people that are
yes.
here. We're getting ready to launch an online Bible study. Maybe you can't make it to your church, or maybe it's just not convenient at the time. Kristen and I will be launching an online Bible study. Not only will we have our Bible study, but there'll be a women's only Bible study, men's only Bible studies. We're going to do all of that kind of neat stuff. And so we would love for you this from Kristen and I, personal invitation. We would love to see each and every one of you there.
Yes, and if you are interested in it, just maybe drop a comment and just say Bible study. If you've already let us know, you don't have to say it again. I'm not, well, I might forget, but if I forget, we'll make sure that we remind you. Rob's got a form that he's gonna be putting out sometime, probably in a couple of weeks from now, because we are going to be launching it this fall. So, and we want you to be a part of it. So, Donna, it is Rob at SGM Radio, Rob at sgmradio.com.
Yep.
That is the email to send new music to. And also, if you have any news about your ministry, send it to us. Does it have to be just music related
No,
ministry, or can be
no.
any kind of ministry that you're doing? If you have news, send it to us.
That's cool. Yes. Rob at sgmradio.com. And would love to hear all the new music. And we're excited. We have a great time. SGM Radio is actually one of the oldest internet-based radio stations still around, still broadcasting. Started in 2003. My dad said, "You need to do this." And this was before he passed away. He had an article in the USA Today. He folded it over and handed it to me. And I said, "Well, Dad, I was working, full time for actually our family business at the time. I wasn't in gospel music at the time." And he said, I said, "Daddy, how am I going to have time to do this?" He said, "You'll find time." And he said, "I want to pay for the first year." And he
Aw.
paid for the first year of the whole thing, and it was pretty amazing. So that's it is one of the oldest, and we have a great time. It's a lot of fun. Got some great team of people working behind the scenes on it, and you'll hear their voices. You don't hear mine, which I think is super funny. My voice is not on there anywhere except for on our show, on the Abundance Show, and then on Thrive. That's the only two times you hear me. Otherwise, it's other announcers doing it, which I think is super funny.
Well, you also are having a new show you've just started, and that's going to be on Facebook and YouTube.
Yes.
It is,
That
right? I mean, I know you've done it for 2 weeks now, but you've kind of played around with it so much that I feel like it's a new show.
it's a new, well, trust me, it's like a new show every week. Started as and actually, so technically, yes, I was live on SGM Radio for the first week. And then week 2, I decided to do it with audio and video. And we were on YouTube for the first week of that. And now well, our first 2 days, wasn't it? Or something like that. It was terrible, whatever it was. And it was awful. My wife made fun of me, and we had a great time making fun of me. And and then we realized and we realized that it needed to be done differently. So now you can watch it 10:30 a.m. Monday through Wednesday, and then again Friday. It's called The Morning Break, and it's really just a show about anything and everything. We talked about the whole controversy with Cracker Barrel on Friday, which I thought was kind of interesting, and just really went into all that kind of stuff. And so yeah, so that was it. It's a lot of fun. What I say it is, it's a morning radio show condensed into a half hour, and like having me sit there and drink coffee with you, because I do drink coffee during that.
Denise, we can't come on November 1st because that is the weekend we're going to be out of town with my mom and dad.
Would love
So
that.
otherwise, we would love to. If you're doing another one, let us know. As
Yes,
long
because
as
we
it's
would.
not, as long as it's not Christmas music.
Yes, because Kristen doesn't like doing Christmas
And
music.
well, okay, so I'm going to rephrase that. So I don't mind doing a Christmas program because because Rob and I wrote our own Christmas program. Well, I
Rob,
wrote it and then I
Rob and I
handed it
did
to
not
Rob.
write.
I wrote it and then I handed Rob his part and said, "Read this." Um, so it's a program that talks a little bit about the birth of Jesus, along with some intermixing some Christmas songs. But doing just straight up Christmas concerts not really my thing because I've always felt like my ministry is centered around the songs that God has given me, the songs that I've written primarily. And obviously, I love speaking too. So I believe that's part of what God has called me for my ministry to do is also to be teaching and things of that nature at churches. And but I love going to events. And Denise, we've been talking about wanting to come to one of your events. So definitely count us in. We just have to find a time that works for us. So
Probably not January because of the snow. I'm just saying.
right, definitely not. Definitely not. If it's winter, I love you, Denise, but I'm probably not driving for 3 hours to go to Cincinnati if it is a possibility of snowstorms. So,
Hey, Denise. Denise has a really cool business.
yes.
Denise, put up a link in the in the chat, and then we probably should go because we've bored people to death for a long time today.
For an hour. Yeah,
Yes,
so Denise has started her own wax business. So sorry, Denise, I hope you don't mind us doing this. But if you have like a link to your website or something, drop it in the comments
yes.
because she makes her own little wax melts and her own candles. And she has it is such a cute little label. And I haven't ordered any yet. And I'm sorry, Denise, I haven't ordered any yet, but she was telling me how she makes them. And I'm telling you that if you love scents, especially we're going into the fall where you know that it's not going to be too hot to be burning candles, or maybe you have pets and you just want to put some wax melts in or something of that nature, order from Denise because she has high quality ingredients that she uses and very, very, very competitive prices too. So,
Yep, lot really neat. She does a great job. Donna and Vicky, you should get your Christmas orders in, and get your stuff in because it's great to support a fellow Christian who's doing something really neat.
yes. Oh, I love you
Aw.
too, Denise. You're
Yes.
awesome.
Well, I thought that was see because I can't read. I thought that was the link for the thing. I would probably not put that one up or
Well,
but
we are, yeah, if you get a chance to, Denise, put it in the comments so people can look at it. If you're watching on replay, let us know where you are watching from. And like we've said a few times, give us some ideas of where we should travel to. We also want to know if you are a Southern gospel music artist and are singing at National Quartet Convention, when you are singing, put it in the comments. If you're a fan and you're going, just write NQC in the comments. And what else did we ask? Oh, if you want to be involved in our Bible study, let us know. Oh, she's going to put her digital catalog. That's even better. So
there we go. Well, that's not it yet.
no, she's getting there. It's probably
Oh,
going to take a few minutes, but
okay, so we'll stall a couple minutes more.
we appreciate so many of you hanging out. We're here on Sunday night. We've been on Friday night the last few weeks, but my niece had her 17th birthday party on Friday night, so we weren't there. And then we're going to be gone this Friday night, so we're not going to be on Friday night. There it is. There's the link. So
Very
support
cool.
support another gospel music artist and small business owner. It's better than giving money to big box stores. But hey, early Christmas shopping, right?
Hey, you know what? Maybe if she has time, we'll have Denise on later and she can talk about good sense for Christmas.
Yes. Yes, we'll have to Denise, we'll have to plan a time where you can join us on the live with Rob and Kristen like we're doing now on a date, and we'll have you on and you can have some of your products and show us what you're making and how people can order. Just talk a little bit about it because she knows so much about this stuff and it's just amazing listening to her. She has such a passion for it.
Hey guys, it has been so much fun. We love each and every one of you. Um, and it is humbling. It's humbling to see, and it's neat to go back. This warmed my heart tonight, and nice to see some great friends from the gospel music world. And it has been so much fun. Oh, Denise said something here. We'll see. Okay, awesome. But it's really warmed our hearts, and it was just a fun day, fun time. And this is a show that's evolving also. So who knows what you'll see next time?
Yeah.
Could be completely different. I
And
could be in
don't
a chicken suit.
don't forget to check out our podcast. If you haven't listened to this week's podcast, make sure that you check that out. It is week 5 of the abundant show of this season, and we've been for 5 weeks been talking about the prayer of Jabez and why prayer is important. So check it out, and we hope to see you on one of our next Rob and Kristen live, or live with Rob and Kristen. What are we calling this? Live with Rob and Kristen.
Whatever it says
Yes.
over in the corner.
Live with Rob and Kristen.
There it is. That's it. There we go. Hey guys, have a great